Hello and welcome back to another episode of Weapon Review. Today is a true Helldiver classic, a fan favorite, the Coyote. This thing is unbelievably... Well, you know, if the devs are watching, it's horrible. If it's just a standard person watching, it's great. I would say this almost makes a whole war bond where this is probably one of the best weapons in the game. Let's just get this out of the way right now. This weapon is ridiculous. Okay, it slays on all fronts. This really should be like a 2-minute review of me just saying this weapon, oh, it's pretty good. But I want to go through and just show how perfect this weapon is to every loadout. And medium armor bros were finally represented with a good weapon. I'd like to just introduce a common theme to this episode as well, erasing almost everything in your path. This thing kills chaff, it kills anything that isn't heavy armor. Even heavy armor enemies would probably be afraid of this thing. So if you don't know already, the Coyote's gimmick is lighting enemies on fire after a few shots. The thing is, most enemies don't last long enough for that. If you've been watching this series for a while now, as it's been going on, I usually don't recommend the weapons for the bot front, or usually they score like the lowest. This is a 10 here on the bot front, as is going to be the theme with this episode. This is a 10 everywhere. Like I said, this is one of the best weapons in the game. It works with any attachments. It already comes with a good ergonomic setup. It comes with a great array of scope choices. As you can see, it's accurate when tap firing. So the hulks are no problem. If you haven't noticed, we're fighting the incineration core in this episode. I know some people have some gripes against the incineration core. Well, this weapon trivializes the incineration core. I originally was going to record on a different front, or a different bot sector, but I wanted to prove just how good the Coyote is paired with the recoilless for the incineration core, if you haven't noticed through the clips in this. Unfortunately, there ain't too much bot footage here, but the important part is this weapon rocks here. This and the recoilless will get you through the incineration core, and probably the jet brigade too. There ain't really much else to say. I had a good team that helped me do the rest of the work here. This is what it looks like when I actually play with a full group of my friends and not randoms. You'll see reinforces are still quite high. Very rare for randoms on the incineration core. I will say my only gripe with the Coyote is no drum mag, but like if we could have a drum mag on this, I mean that'd be maybe it'd be a little too good. So if you don't have the Dust Devils Warbond, I would recommend it. Now that I've said that, I'm sure that they will nerf it because I know how this goes. But overall, 2 good turrets, a recoilless, and the Coyote. You could probably solo a bot incineration core 10 by yourself. My recommended attachments, by the way, I should probably start doing that. I run the angled laser. I think that's one of the best attachments in the game. I've noticed Helldivers tend to duck when there's a laser going past them. Sometimes. Not all the time. Oh my God. Also, shout out my autocannon for sniping my teammate for no reason, and that's it. If that does not prove the theory that turrets sometimes target the Helldivers, I don't know what does. But, lasered angle, and I love the 4x combat scope. I think it's the best scope in the game. I don't know why, it's just what I'm partial to. So overall on this front, this is a solid 10 out of 10. If you have it and you haven't used it, I'd really recommend it. I know it feels weird to pick a meta weapon, but there's a reason this is so good and considered a meta weapon. Alright, let's get out of the way now. On the squid front, this thing is freaking amazing. Do you think I was going to say bad? This thing's freaking crazy over here. Again, another front this thing is overpowered on. Like I said, this thing is good everywhere, but on the squid front, this thing goes crazy. Just about everything is eliminated in about 5 shots. Voteless are about 2 hits. Overseers, you're going to catch them on fire after a few shots once you crack their carapace. Like I said, this weapon is ridiculous. As you can see here, a couple Overseers already getting clowned on. Now, I do pull out the pistol because someone told me a long time ago, "Ooh, the Warrant's actually really good." Like, look, Warrant bros, I get it, but it's not that great. It's passable. Other pistols are so much better than it. That's my Warrant ran out of the way. Wait till the sidearm reviews. Warrant bros, you'll get your day in the sun when we get to the sidearm reviews. I'll give it a good review, because I do have a soft spot for it. Okay, so I should probably address what the weapon strengths are in this front, besides the obvious everything. This thing erases chaff. It does really good against flesh mobs. I think paired with the Epoch is one of the best setups you can have for this thing. It's about a 2-hit on the voteless, so you know you can erase a horde really easily. Like I said, overseers go down real quick. I think the only thing that struggles against is the flesh mob, but that's almost any weapon because they're just, I mean, they're the bullet sponge on this front. That's what they're made to do. But since this weapon has the fire gimmick to it, you could theoretically just keep lighting it on fire and walking away and letting it burn. Like you can see here, that squad of voteless, 10 voteless versus one guy with a coyote. I barely got through the mag to erase them. That's pretty good. So I've also very much enjoyed this with the laser cannon. If you haven't used the laser cannon, consider this a mini laser cannon support segment. This thing is amazing. But here's some more evidence of this being an absolute chaff eraser. Voteless tore into shreds. I think my favorite thing about this weapon is its ergonomics, like without any attachments, is pretty good already. It's about standard Liberator ergonomics, so that does kind of give you the opportunity and the ability to add any attachments you want to it. I like weapons like that. I don't think there's enough weapons in this like that. It's like the base Liberators, and that's about it. And this. Every other weapon, like, you kind of have to go and make the choice, like, bad recoil or good ergonomics versus, or vice versa, you know? I think on the squid front where this thing really shines is the safety it gives you knowing you have a weapon that can get you out of trouble. I'm sure we've all played with someone that kind of starts panicking when the voteless surrounds them, because they'll have, like, I don't know, like the halt or something, and they'll just be cooked. They won't know what to do. Like, I think having the Coyote gives you this sense that, like, nothing can stop you, which I think makes you a better player sometimes. So my overall review on the squid front, another solid 10 out of 10. This weapon, still ridiculous, just as it was in the bot front. If you haven't tried it, use it, give it a shot. My attachments, as always, remain the same, too. Also, very bold move of me there to try to avoid those. I'm gonna keep that in just so you can see my, I'm not always on the ball, just usually on the ball. So yeah, let's head over to the bug front and we'll see where this thing really shreds. So look, I'll just put it out there like this right now. The Coyote on the bug front almost feels like cheating. Like, this thing is almost too good on the bug front. Bugs are already susceptible to fire, so having a weapon that can do that, this paired with the flame builds I so passionately defend is one of my favorites, but I decided not to go flamethrower. I went my other favorite, the trusty Epoch. So as you can see, Alpha Commanders, no factor. This and my teammate's EMS mortar was a really good combo. I gotta give some credit there. Having the Coyote on this front, like I said, almost makes it seem too easy. You can pretty much eradicate anything, and most bugs don't have the health pools that once they're lit on fire, that they can keep going. Like, besides like Brute Commanders and Alpha Commanders, Warriors and anything under, like Hunters and all, once they're on fire, I wouldn't say just look away, but you can move on to the next target a while, because they're probably not gonna last. You can also light chargers on fire from the butt. Any enemy you can hit the red bit on, you can light on fire. Even a Bile Titan. You can technically start burning them with this weapon. Proof this thing is crazy. As you can see, I lit the charger on fire there. Further proof the Coyote is just disgustingly good. I don't even know if the bug segment's gonna be long. This might be a quick one. Like, I think I already showed how broken the weapon is in the last 20 seconds of this small segment. I will say the only thing I don't like about the Coyote on the entire bug front is just mag size, but like, obviously you want to have unlimited ammo to just keep burning through because there's just so many, you know, chaff enemies. How's that for cinematics? Pretty cool, huh? Unfortunately, this mission was a little too easy, so I do have some extra bug footage just to show you how ridiculous this thing is. I also very much enjoy the weapon in first person, if you couldn't tell. Very entertaining. So our next game here, I dropped right into a nest with the rest of the team, and even though there's a bug breach imminent, none of us left. We just kind of made our stand. So, proof the Coyote is good. If you haven't noticed, having the Coyote, I'm not even trying to run from the bugs. I'm just making a stand against them in their own nest, because this weapon makes you feel like there is no threat that can stop you. Like I said, the Coyote is ridiculously good on the bug front. I do want to talk about this next clip a little bit because I will say the Coyote at times, if you're not hitting headshots, does struggle a little bit against like actual stalkers. Mainly the Predator strain ones because they don't leave you alone when they hit you, they'll just keep going for you. They kind of remind me of the Starship Troopers bugs, if anything. Right here. Now you can see, had I had any other weapon, I'd be dead. Because the fire damage is what ended up killing the stalker, thus saving my life. Like I said, most bugs can't stand up to the fact that they take fire damage after being ignited. Which I think makes this weapon almost... I wouldn't say invaluable on this front, but I would say a little too good. Now, if the devs are watching, it's actually horrible, and it should probably be fixed. Well, this one ran a little longer than I thought it would, but that's just probably because I was jerking the Coyote off, because, I mean, hard not to, it's a great weapon. But, you know the usual at this point. Like, comment, subscribe, tell me your thoughts on the weapon down below. I'm sure we have some Coyote enthusiasts. This is probably one of the most picked weapons in the game. I never actually looked at the official meta statistics of people that pick the weapons and all. I do know the Punisher Plasma is taken less than 1%. There will be an episode on that fine piece of equipment. That thing is a sleeper weapon. Anyway, I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.